Oh, hi there. How's it going? Um, some somewhat new developments. It does reek of Western propaganda, in particular American propaganda, which I can see right through in a lot of cases. Um, okay, so they're making this big deal about this woman national basketball player, the WNBA. Her name is Brittney Griner, and she was sentenced to 9.5 years. I heard her spoke, and I must admit she has a very, very deep voice, and not much in the way of breast activity. I've got to tell you, there are some times where, if you're in a dark bar or something like that, you could strike up a conversation and realize you've made a big mistake. And that woman is one of those cases. It's funny when you think about it. But anyway, she's the one who made the big mistake. Now, the American news networks, PBS is the latest one I've watched, um, are stating that she brought a small amount of cannabis oil to Russia. The Russians don't tolerate that kind of stuff. Given that she was in a prestigious professional sport association, she damn well should have known better. And this arrogance that these people in these positions have to think that, oh, they can break the law and it's like in another country and it's just like whatever. No, it isn't like that at all. And the Russians had every right to say, all right, you want to do that over here? 9.5 years. Take it. And they're saying it's like a penal colony. It's like gulags, all the typical Western kind of crap. And let's remember, I'm not on Russia's side in this Ukrainian conflict. I think what they're doing is wrong. It's real sad fate that the Russian populace has to. I think it's exaggerated again by Western propaganda, but essentially eat inferior grade McDonald's food because of the Ukrainian war. That I kind of believe, but I think they're exaggerating a little bit. Prices may have gone up, quality may have gone down, but essentially there is a McDonald's entity there. And, Joe Biden was very critical of it and tried to negotiate, make deals. They were going to bring back some Russian arms deal. Not that the Americans are well known for keeping their promises on anything. Not that any major world power is. Not that any major world power cares about a few insignificance. Joe Biden doesn't give a shit about Brittney Griner or the retired Marine Paul Whelan. That was the other chip he was offering. Not much is known about him other than they say that the Russians accused him of spying, which, in traditional Russian and Canadian and American media is widely distributed in the sense that they do accuse people of being spies. And, I think that, 9.5 years for Brittney Griner. If you can't pay the tab, don't be in the bar. And that's exactly what it is in Russia. She should have very well known better and should not have done that. It's like that Weimer fellow who went to North Korea and stole a poster. He was explicitly told not to do that, and he went ahead and did it because he's an idiot. There are many examples on. There's a YouTube channel called "They Will Kill You," where they talk about certain circumstances where there have been persons who have died throughout known history of certain things, whether it be from falling off a cliff, from doing dangerous selfies, to animal attack, you name it, they've done it. Diseases, all that sort of stuff. And this most certainly can get added to the list. I mean, sure, maybe she didn't know that the Russian conflict was going to break out, although that would be incredibly stupid, as because not only the history between Russia and the United States, but also the build-up towards this sort of conflict. And to be in a prestigious professional sports league, you are aware, you're in the know of these certain things. You're connected. You're not blind to the world. And this is assuming she just brought a small amount of cannabis oil. Who even knows if that's true? None of us actually believe that. Not in the circles I've been talking to anyway. It sounds like a lie. It sounds like another demonization of Russia. And the West has been very good at that. And let's not forget about what they do at Guantanamo Bay to some people. Let's not forget about what the Americans do to their own populace, on what little things they do, and they end up with long jail sentences. What difference if it's another country, realistically, when someone is found guilty of something over here in a sentence over here, as opposed to if they're found doing something guilty over there, should have known better, didn't do it, did it anyway, and was punished because of that. And this PBS news anchor was like, well, let's hope that someone can speak English there and take them under their wing. And it's like, fuck off. Spend a day as in the life of Ivan Davinovich. Okay? Get used to it. You fucked up in the wrong country. That's what the world's been saying to Russia, going into Ukraine the entire time. And that's a whole country they've been saying it to it. The Americans are saying nothing, whereas the Russians are saying this one person went into our country, disobeyed our laws, and they are now being punished. One friggin' person. Joe Biden, Justin Trudeau, Boris Johnson, Vladimir Putin, Xi Jinping, President Abe from Japan, none of them would have, could have, wanted to give a rat's ass about one person. And if you want to tag along the veteran Marine Paul Whelan, why not? Who cares? They're one person. We're not going to start a friggin' war over one person. It happens for reasons. And if someone's too stupid to know that going over there is a mistake, especially in the context that they were doing it, then what they get is what they get. There's no amount of American prestigious righteousness that they have to get their way on the circumstances after the way the West has behaved towards Russia in this conflict. And again, I have to reiterate, I am not on the Russian side. But I'm saying this, a lot of this could have been avoided had someone else been elected president, but that didn't happen. We had some white-haired old idiot who's half daft elected president somehow. And then people go, oh, don't make fun of people in that situation. Okay, we'll just let people who are deliberately Alzheimer make those kind of decisions, like piss off the Russians so that they invade another country and start a whole bunch of shit. That's a much better thing than insulting somebody with Alzheimer's. It really, really is. Not that they're going to remember 20 minutes later. But, yeah, that's the sanctimonious attitude of the West. And there's reasons why countries don't like us. And valid ones at that. More than valid. I'm just saying the Russians should go home and some people should be put into power who can settle the problem. And if it means Brittney Griner has to spend the rest of her natural life in prison, which is what she was afraid of, am I supposed to care? I don't. But guess what? this video, somebody's going to watch it. And that will help remind them 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now, that woman's name, if it was a woman. I think it is, but, in American media and the way she looked and sounded, it's really touch and go there. It's difficult to say. In lieu of all that, I don't think that the Russians care about this arms dealer that supposedly the Americans have. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Who knows? And I don't even think the Americans care about getting Griner back or the U.S. Marine veteran. The Marine veteran knew what he was getting into. Brittney Griner may have less so, but as well would have known to some extent of what she was getting into, and chose to ignore that because they're stupid. And there's only one cure for stupid, and most people aren't going to like that answer. Brittney Griner, is most especially not going to like that answer. And that's all I've got to say about it. You go into potential enemy territory, wrong powers that be are making that country difficult to live in. You can expect no sympathy from anyone with a logical opinion on the subject. We're not trading absurd amounts of money or risking Ukrainian lives or any of that sort of stuff, or backing down from the Ukraine conflict over one stupid American, or two if you want to count the Paul Whelan. Other than that, I drop the microphone and I leave it at that. So we will touch base later. Have a good one.